Game 4 of the 1973 National League Championship Series, as done by the Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced Computer in their NBC Game of the Week. Pirates lead the series 2-1, looking to wrap it up and head to the series to take on the American League champion Oakland A's. But the Giants have something to say about it. They send their ace to the mound, Ron Bryant, a left-hander. And Ron Bryant, 24-game winner. So he's on the mound for the Giants. For the Pirates, it'll be right-hander Nelson Briles. He was 14-13, 2.85 ERA. Ron Bryant was 24-12 and a 3.53 ERA. So pretty good pitching matchup. If it goes to a game number 5 in Pittsburgh, it would be Bradley for the Giants against Doc Ellis for the Pirates. That's the pitching matchup for a Game 5, if there is a Game 5. But the Pirates looking to try to wrap it up right now, be done with it, and have Doc Ellis ready to go in Game 1 of the series. That's the plan, anyway, if you're the Pirates. All right. One in particular move that was made with the lefty Bryant on the mound. A controversial move was made to bench Richie Hebner at third base. So he moved Dave Cash from second to third and inserted Rennie Stennett at second. So they can get another right-handed bat in the lineup. Giants lineup is pretty much the same. Not much difference there from what their standard thing is. But with the lefty on the mound, Bill Verdon said we're going to get some right-handers in the lineup. So Stennett's a pretty good hitter against lefties. So they want to get him in there. The only way to do that was to move Cash to third base. So that's what we got there. Thought about putting Gene Clines in center field, but he's just a bad fielder, and we don't like a 4 in center field if you're the Pirates. So going for defense on some of these things, particularly Dal Maxfield, same way. He's a better shortstop than Jackie Hernandez or Gene Alley defensively. So even though he's not as good offensively, but they're going for the pitching to defense, which usually wins championships. All right, so Nelson Briles finishing up the warm-up tosses. Hello, Thomas. How are you? Hello, Forever. So Game 4 is about to get underway. Oakland A's will be hosting Games 1 and 2 of the series. They've already got Ken Holtzman lined up for Game 1. So basically what they're going to do there is I'm going to have the as-played lineups, or as starting, the pitchers at least are going to be as, started for the A's, and the lineups as best I can, depending on whether they're lefty or righty. When they played the Mets in the real world, there's a lot of lefty starters, where the Pirates really don't have a lefty starter unless they want to bring in Jim Rooker to start, which could, possibly be. So I might have to alter the lineups a little bit for the A's, but I'm going to try to stay as true as possible to that, for realism's sake. All right, so we're ready to go. Gary Maddox will lead things off here. Ballpark effects, singles are 1 to 4 for lefties and righties, home runs 1 to 5, and both pitchers have a -1 pitcher catcher hold quotient. So running game going to be somewhat neutral. We'll see what happens. Here's the first pitch to Maddox from Briles, 5-6, and that's going to be a solid single. Gary Maddox gets the leadoff single, and he's looking to run. To get the lead, he needs a 2 through 5, an 11, or a 12. 2 through 5, 11, or a 12, but you got to watch out for that D20. Make sure it's not a 1 or a 2. It is not. That's a 3, so he does get the lead. He is a 17. Being held makes him a 15. The -1 factors will take 1 away again, make it a 14. So 1 to 14, and Maddox steals it. And he does. Stolen base for Gary Maddox. He gets the Giants off to a good start. Leadoff single and a stolen base, and he will be held at second base because he runs very well. Here comes Tito Fuentes, second baseman. At least looking to pull the ball to the right side and get that runner to third. 4-9. Won't do it, though. 1 to 6 is a single, but a 7 to 20 is a line out. So he lines it out to Stennett at second, and the runners have to hold. Maddox had to hold, couldn't go anywhere. That'll bring up Bobby Bonds. That's a 2, chance of a balk or a pass ball. We're looking at pass ball. So the pass ball rating of Manny Sanguillen, we look at his pass ball rating. Sanguillen's pass ball rating is only a 1. So this has to be a 1 to be a pass ball. And it is not. So no pass ball. So Briles to Bonds. 2-11 for Bonds. That's a split chance. Advance to be a foul out the catcher. Here it's a split chance. 1-13 is a single. 14-20 is a line to short. That's a 6, so it will be a single. But it's only 1 star. So Maddox has to stop at third. So runners are at the corners with 1 out, and Bonds looking to get the lead as well. He needs a 2 through 6 or an 11. And he gets the lead, so he will go. 17 might be, it's a 1-14 again, just like it was with Maddox. And he's in there, stolen base. So now runners are at second and third with 1 out, and Willie McCovey, the batter. The question is, do you walk McCovey to load the bases, set up a force play at any base? I think they will. I think they're going to, might be a controversial move in the first inning, but they're going to walk Willie McCovey and his 29 home runs and go after a righty-righty matchup with the Sarge, Gary Matthews. So Bryles in trouble here in the first, trying to get out of it. Infield looking for the double play. 5-10, and that's a ground ball shortstop A, and there you go. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And like I always say, you don't find this kind of managing on that other channel. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and ends up being 1 left after the double play. So Giants threaten, but show up and get nothing and like it. And we go to the bottom of the first. Giants nothing, Pirates coming to bat. And Ron Bryant, the lefty, is on the mound. And Dave Cash, who's playing third base in this game, will lead things off. He's actually a better third baseman than he is second baseman, according to this. It's a 2-7, and that's a ground ball to short, and Spire handles it, 1 away. 1 down for center fielder Al Oliver. He's a good hitter, whether it's lefty or righty. That's a 6-7 against a lefty, and that is a 1-11 single, but that's an 18. So he lines it to McCovey for out number 2. The other move that was made is Stargell was dropped from 3 to 4, and Zisk was moved up from 4 to 3 to try to break up the lefty-righty. They didn't want 2 lefties in a row, so that's why they did that. And now Richie Zisk. 3-8 for Zisk is going to fly to center. And that's going to end the inning, 3 up and 3 down. So at the end of 1, we got no score from Three River Stadium. Hope your Sunday morning is going well. I know NFL football is coming up for those that like that. I'm more of a college fan than I am an NFL fan. I'll watch it if it's on, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. All right, so Ed Goodson will lead things off for the Giants. And yes, I had my last morning cup of coffee, so get that slurp in. Strat-O-Matic and coffee, it's a good combination. 4-8 against the left-hander is a ground ball to second. And Rennie Stennett makes the play, 1 away. Here is Chris Spire. 2-5 for Spire against the right-hander is a walk. So 1 out walk to Spire. He's not going to be held. He doesn't run well. He will not be held. And here comes Dave Rader, the catcher. Infield looking to turn 2 again, like they did last inning. 3-9. That won't get it done. 1-5 is a triple. 6-20 is a single. 2 stars. It's going to be a single. 2 stars. That puts runners on the corners with only 1 out. And the pitcher, Ron Bryant, coming to bat. He uses pitch hitting card number 2. Infield looking for the double play. Ron Bryant not really going to look for any kind of suicide squeeze or anything. He's just going to swing away. Riles, nothing happening there. Bryant is a switch hitter, so he's batting left-handed in this at-bat. 2-4, and that is a single. How about that? Ron Bryant, an RBI single, helps his own cause. It's 1 star. So Rader will stop at second, but scoring is Spire. And the Giants jump out to a 1-0 lead. Here in the top of the second. RBI single from pitcher Ron Bryant. And here's Gary Maddox. Now the Pirate bullpen might be starting to loosen early. There's a lot of pitchers in there. Both teams have 6 bullpen arms, so they, no hesitation to use them if they get in trouble. 4-6, right-handed, is a ground ball shortstop B. It's a fielder's choice. Rader will take third. Bryant is out 6-4. And on the fielder's choice, Maddox will take first base. Here comes Tito Fuentes, and with 2 outs, they're going to keep Maddox where he is. He's not going to try to steal this time around. They don't want to be caught on that. Riles, 3-8. Fuentes flies to center, and that's the end of the inning, but the Giants get a run. RBI single by the pitcher, Ron Bryant, of all people. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Giants. They've given that lead to their ace, Ron Bryant, to try to protect. He's going to have to face Pop Stargell, first batter to face. In the lineup, it'll be Stargell, Sanguillen, and Bob Robertson. It's a 3-6 against the lefty for Stargell. He's going to strike out. And again, if there is a Game 5, it would be Bradley for the Giants against Doc Ellis, and Juan Marshall would be eligible in the bullpen for the Pirates. For the Giants, rather. So 6-8 against a right-hander, a 1-11 single, but that's a 16. So we line it to Tito Fuentes at second for out number 2, and that'll bring up Bob Robertson. 5-6, and that's a grounder to short. Spire handles it, and it's another 3 up and 3 down for Ron Bryant, as he is so far holding the Pirates at bay. 2 innings in the books, 1-0 Giants. 3-7, and that's a big difference. 3-8's a home run, 3-7's only a walk, so that's a huge difference there. But it is 3-7. So Bond's going to look to get the lead again. Stole a base in the first inning. Why not try it again? 2 through 6 on 11. And he gets the 6, so he's going to get the jump. It's a 1-14. And he is in there. It's a possible throwing error on Sanguillen. His T rating's a 13, so it's a 1-13 to throw this into center field. And he does, so it's a stolen base plus the error. E2 will put Bonds at third base with nobody out. And the infield for the Pirates will come in out of necessity. Here's McCovey. 1-5 for McCovey is a walk. So runners at the corners with nobody out. Infield looking for the double play. They need outs in the worst way, so they are playing back for the double play. See if they can do something with this. Riles. Actually, no, check that. They're going to play in. They're going to play in, not double play depth. They're going to play in, try to choke the runoff. So Briles, decision to Bill Verdon just made at the last minute. So here's Briles to Matthews. 1-7 struck him out, so that helps either way you go. 1 away. Now double play gets you out of the inning, but can you trust it? Well, they're going to lay back for the double play. Hello, JC. They're going to lay back for the double play with 1 out. Try to get out of this mess. That's a 4-12. That's a fly ball right field B, so it'll be a sacrifice fly for Ed Goodson. As Bonds comes in to score, the Giants lead it 2-0 here in the third on the sacrifice fly by Ed Goodson. And now with 2 outs, McCovey not being held at first. Infield back to normal for Chris Spire. 6-6 is a single to left field, so McCovey with the ball being hit to left field will stop at second base. And that'll bring up Rader. Now the Pirate bullpen is loosening. Let's see who they want to turn to down there. Here's the pitch to Rader. 1-11, and that's a split chance again. 1-12 is a single. That's a 15, though, so he lines it to second to end the inning. But a run comes in on 1 hit. There were 2 walks and an error. And so with the error, well, the single by Spire makes this run earned, so it will be an earned run. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. Go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Giants as they try to stave off elimination here in game number 4. And Ron Bryant, their ace, back on the mound. Nelson Briles is set to bat third this inning. So it's very likely he could be pinch hit for, particularly if they have something cooking offensively. First, it's Rennie Stennett. 310 against the lefty. It's a ballpark single check. It's 1-4. That's a 20, though, so he will line it to short. One away. Here's Dow Maxfield, shortstop. 5-7. Ground ball, second base X. First X chance of the game. Fuentes is a 2E6. 2 and a 6 should be good enough. It is. It's G2, which is plenty. And he is an E6, so he's got to avoid 3, 16, and 18, which he does. So it's a good play for Fuentes. 2 down. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, they're going to go and let Briles hit. Since nobody's on base, he does hit pitcher hitting card number 3. 6-5, and that's a split chance. 1-2 is a single, but that's a 14, so he lines it to short. And that's 9 up and 9 down for Ron Bryant through 3 innings. We go to the 4th. It's 2-0 Giants in front of the Pirates. Briles is out on a short leash. Ron Bryant got an RBI single his first time up, so you can't say it's automatic out with pitcher hitting card number 2 because he did get the RBI single. 3-9. This time he will ground it to first. Robertson steps on the bag. 1 away. And we flip to the top of the order in Gary Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2 with a stolen base. 5-5. That's an in-home run chance. He does have normal power. It's 1-7, but that's a 16, so it's just a deep fly to left that Stargell puts away for out number 2. As Briles had to hold his breath a little bit. Here's Fuentes. He's 0 for 2. 2-8. He is now 0 for 3. It's a ground ball back to Briles. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. First one of the game for Briles. Score remains 2-0, but Pirates unable to figure out Ron Bryant, at least to this point. So hope your Sunday morning is going well wherever you are and whatever you've got planned. Dave Cash, leadoff man. And actually the Pirates, Richie Zisk is the only one of the 9 that has gotten the ball out of the infield. 6-10. That's a ballpark single check again, but that's a 17, so it's a fly to left. So at least it's out of the infield, but small consolation prize there. It's still an out, either way you go. Here's Al Oliver. 5-11 to the lefty is a fly ball left field X. That's a Sarge, Gary Matthews. He's a 2E6 in left field. 2-2. That's problematic. This could be the first hit of the game. And it is. It's a single. Error chance is an E6, which means he has to avoid 3, 4, 14, 17, and 18, which he does, but it's going to be a base hit for Al Oliver. So first hit of the game for the Pirates in the form of an Al Oliver single. He will not be held. And here's Richie Zisk. So the first havoc roll for Ron Bryant. If you're looking to turn 2. 3-7. That's a clutch chance, but there aren't 2 outs, and nobody's on scoring position, so it's just a fly to left. But he would have gotten a hit off of that had it been a clutch situation. So 2 down for Wilbur Stargell. 1-6 against the lefty is a 1 single, but that's a 15. He's going to ground it to Fuentes at second to end the inning. And 4 shutout innings for Ron Bryant. He is pitching like their ace in this one. We go to the 5th. Still 2-0. Favor of the West Coast guys. Here's Bobby Bonds. He has singled, walked, stole 2 bases, and scored a run. 4-5. This time he's going to ground it to third, and Mr. Cash is there. 1 away for Willie McCovey. Stretch. He's been walked twice, once intentionally. 5-6 to the left-hander is a 1 for a triple, but that's going to be a double on the 5-6 for McCovey. He will double. So double trouble for the Giants to put on the Pirates, and that brings up the Sarge, Gary Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 2. He's had a rough day, grounded to a double play and struck out. 3-5, but he makes up for it here. 1-11 is a triple. 12-20 is a single. That's a 16. It is a single, but it's 2 stars. So that will score McCovey, and that's going to do it for Nelson Briles. The Pirates don't want to go any further with him, and as Elton John once sang, Bill Verdon doesn't want to go on with him like that. So he will leave the game, and left-hander Luke Walker, Luke, I am your father, Walker, is going to come on and pitch for the Pirates. Luke, or Luke Skywalker, maybe. I don't know, however you want to call him. But Briles is done. Walker is in. Walker was 7-12, 4.65 ERA, 18 starts and 1 save. So he is certainly in there to try to eat some innings and save their bullpen so they could be rested for Game 5 if necessary, which it's looking like it might be. Hello, Doug. How are you doing? All right, so Ed Goodson now will take on Luke Walker. 3-0 Giants here in the top of the 5th. 1 out, and Matthews at first. 3-7 against the lefty for Goodson is a fly to center. That is out number 2, and that brings up Chris Spire. Matthews is being held but not going to try to go anywhere. 3-4 for Spire against the lefty. He's going to line it to third. Snagged by Cash, and the inning's over. But the Giants pick up another run. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom of the 5th, it's 3-0 G-Men over the Pirates. And G-Men in a must-win game. And their ace, Ron Bryant, is pitching effectively, baffling the Pirate hitters. He's pitching a 1-hitter through 4 innings. Here comes Manny Sanguillen. Hello, Mr. RJL. 4-10 for Bryant against the right-hander is a ground ball to first. McCovey steps on the bag. 1 away. I was going to play this tonight, RJL, but then I remembered you have your game tonight, so you usually play on Sunday, you usually play in the morning, so today I guess we're flip-flopping. So, because I knew you have your game scheduled tonight, although the Mets have a very important game tonight as well. So I'm not sure if you're DVRing that or having it in the background or what. But big game against the Dodgers. All right, here's Bob Robertson. 2-11 for Robertson is a walk. Robertson will not be held. And here comes Rennie Stennett, second baseman. 5-6, and that's a ground ball shortstop B, fielder's choice. Spire to Fuentes, and now Stennett's the new runner. Stennett will not be going anywhere either. He will be held, but he won't go anywhere. And here's Maxville. Bryant to Maxville. 3-9. Ground ball to second. Fuentes has it. Innings over. Ron Bryant, 5 shutout frames. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 6th. And it's still 3-0. Luke Walker is scheduled to lead off next inning, so they just want to get him through this inning if possible, and then pinch hit and go to the bullpen. Dave Rader is your batter for the Giants, and with a 3-0 lead, we're not going to pinch hit for any lefties because the righties are probably a little worse, and Pirates have other righties they can go to, so we're not going to make any changes here. Be on your phone. Okay, sounds good. All right, here's Luke Walker. 6-6 to the lefty Raider is a walk. So Luke Walker does a walk. How about that? That'll set up Bryant to bunt. He is a B bunter. So the corners are coming in. He'll be a C bunter. So a C bunter is Ron Bryant now with the corners in. First we'll check for pass balls and wild pitches, and nothing's going on with that. All right, we go to our bunt chart. That's a C bunter. The fielder is going to be the first baseman, Bob Robertson. As a C bunter, he really needs to avoid anything 8 or less is good. And that's a 5, so that's a good sacrifice. So the sacrifice is going to go 3 unassisted, as Robertson will just tag him as he comes up the line. 3 unassisted, Raider will go to second, 1 away. And now the top of the order in Gary Maddox. Maddox, 1 for 3. With a stolen base. With Raider not being held at second. 1-8 to a lefty is a strikeout. Big strikeout there for Luke Walker. So that's 2 down. For Tito Fuentes. Hello, Brian B. Tito Fuentes is your batter. He's 0 for 3. He could use one. 2-7 against the lefty, and he gets it. A single 2 stars, and that will score a Raider. So small ball pays off, and it's a 4-0 Giant lead as Tito Fuentes gets the RBI single. He will not be held. Not going to go anywhere. Not with Bobby Bonds at the plate, he's not. 6-9, and that's a 1-3 and home run chance. That's a 1. It is long, and it is gone. How about that? Luke Walker gives up the home run. 6-9, a 1-3 chance. 1-3. I'll show a little closer. Maybe it doesn't show up on the phone that well on my video, but 1-3 on a 6-9 right-handed. You can see it right here. 1-3. That 1-3 is right there, and the D20 is the evil number 1, and that is a 2-run bomb for Bobby Bonds. And Luke Walker might need his father now. He might need old Darth. 3 runs are in. It is now 6-0 Giants. And they're going to go ahead and let Walker finish off with McCovey. Try to finish out the inning. 2-7. That's more bad news. 1-2 is a triple, and that is a 2. So Willie McCovey will hit a triple. And he's going from bad to worse. They're trying to get Walker through the inning. They don't have to do a double switch and all that mess, so they're trying to get Walker out of this mess. Facing the Sarge, Gary Matthews. 2-9, and it's ground ball back to Walker to mercifully end the inning. But 3 runs are across. It is now 6-0 Giants, and a Game 5 is looking inevitable. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. That's going to be all for Luke Walker. His day is done. They will pinch hit for Luke Walker with right-hander Gene Clines. He will come up and pinch hit as the pitcher spot does lead off the inning. So Gene Clines, a right-hander, 263 hitter, will lead things off. It'll be Clines, Cash, and Oliver due up for the Pirates against Ron Bryan, who's been given a 6-0 lead. Luke Walker is done. And now the Pirates will go with, what do they want to go with here? You know what? To keep their bullpen fresh for Game 5, they're going to bring in Steve Blass as a sacrificial lamb. He will pitch these last couple of innings as they're pretty much conceding Game 4 and want to make sure they have a rested bullpen for Game 5. So Steve Blass will be coming in for the Pirates. Right now, though, it is Gene Clines. Pinch hitter Gene Clines. 3-4 for Clines, and he grounds it to third. Goodson is there, 1 away. So Clines fails in the pinch. Bryant, 3-7 to Cash as a ground ball to short. So Ron Bryant has been in control the whole way. Here's Oliver. 1-11. That's ground ball to third to end the inning. And the Giants are going to run Ron Bryant out there as long as he can go to save their bullpen as well. If they have to bring in somebody, they'll bring in a long man like Jim Willoughby to eat up some innings. But they don't want to use their top guys. They want to have them fresh for Game 5. All right. So Steve Blass it is. He was 3-9 with a 9.90 ERA. Did have 18 starts, but he does have relief rating as well. So he is in there in relief. Don't know how well that's going to go for him. But when you're down 6-0 in the 7th inning, does it really matter? So here's Goodson. That's a 6-12, and that's a fly ball right field X. That's Richie Zisk. Zisk is a 4-4. 4-9, that could be trouble. Check the outfield chart. 4-9 is a G3. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. 4-9. Let's get to the outfield chart, not the infield chart. 4-9 is a single, so it will be a base hit. Checking for an error on an E4. It's got to avoid 3, 4, 15, and 18. And that is a 14, and he does avoid it. So, but it will be a single for Goodson as he couldn't get to it, and that'll bring up Chris Spire. Goodson not going to be held. 2-9 for Spire, and he strikes out. One away, and that'll bring up Dave Rader. Blast kind of hoping for results off the batter card all the time. That's his best hope. 2-7, and that's what he got. 2-7's a ground ball second base. It's a double play, 4-6-3 to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 7th inning stretch. 7th inning stretch in about 30 minutes. Took about 30 minutes to get here. 7th inning stretch. It is 6-0 Giants. And since we moved along so fast, there's no use delaying anything for a stretch. We're going to keep rolling, literally and figuratively. Richie Zisk will lead things off. Ron Bryant pitching a one-hit shutout through 6. Only hit was now Oliver's single in the 4th. 3-9, and that is a 1-13 single, so that's the second hit of the game. Comes from Richie Zisk. He, of course, will not be held. And here is Pops Stargell. Bryant to Stargell. 1-8 to the lefty is a walk. So all of a sudden, 2 runners are on. It's the first time that's happened this game. Maybe the third time through the order is getting to Bryant. We shall see. Giants aren't going to mess around. If he gives up a run, the bullpen's going to get going. 5-5 to the right-hander is a strikeout. So a big strikeout there. This is his fatigue anyway, but he's only given up 2 things, so he's not tired yet. But he's on the verge. Robertson. Walk. 0 for 1 with a walk. 4-7 to the right-hander is a strikeout. The dot there again, but again, he's not tired yet. So the strikeout is good. 2 down for Rennie Stennett. 2-8 to the left-hander. That's a ballpark blast. It's 1-5, but that's a 16, so it's a deep fly to left to end the inning. And Ron Bryant's going to pitch 7 shutout frames. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. 7 innings are in the books here at the Three Rivers Stadium, or a stadium in front of Three Rivers. And we go to the 8th at 6-0. Ron Bryant on the verge of being tired, but is going to stay in the game. Trying to save that bullpen for Game 5 as much as possible. Blast now. Second inning of work for Blast. And he'll be facing the pitcher, Bryant. Pitcher hitting card number 2. That's a 2-5, and he's going to have a 1-6 single. That's a 4, so how about that? Ron Bryant, his second hit of the game on the 2-5. It's a split chance, 1-6 for a single. That's a 4. So Ron Bryant, 2 for 3 in the game with a sacrifice hit. He's got as many hits as he's given up. How many times has that happened? And I did look it up in 1973. The pitchers did hit, so there is no DH for the World Series. So that means the Oakland A's pitchers are going to have to hit. So most of them will probably be number 1 rated, I would assume. All right, here's Gary Maddox. Ryan, of course, not being held on as the pitcher. It's a 2-4 for Maddox. Ground ball to third. That's a fielder's choice. Maddox is on first, but up 6-0. They're gonna just hold him there. They'll hold him on, but he won't go anywhere. Tito Fuentes. 1-8 for Fuentes, and that is a ground ball to second base B. Fielder's choice again. 2 down, and Blast is getting fortunate. A lot of these rolls are coming off the batter cards. He's avoiding his crappy card. But now he's got to deal with Bobby Bonds, who singled and homered and walked, stole 2 bases, actually, scored 2 runs, drove in 2 runs. So he, along with Bryant, and McCovey, both have been the MVPs of this game. 1-8, and that's a 1-2 double, but that's a 3, so it will be a fly to center to end the inning. So Blast catches a break there. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, and we'll get a pinch hitter for Blast. because he's scheduled to bat second this inning. Ron Bryant's going to come out. He'll be facing scheduled hitters Maxville and the pitcher, but we're going to have pinch hitters for both of these guys. So pinch hitting for Maxville will be Jackie Hernandez. He's a little bit better hitter, not very good fielder, but at this point they don't care. They want somebody that can hit. And Hernandez will stay in the game to play shortstop. So Jackie Hernandez will pinch hit. And then pinch hitting for the pitcher, it will be Richie Hebner. So it'll be Alley and then Hebner due up. I'm sorry, not Alley, but Hernandez and Hebner. My bad. Hernandez and Hebner will be due up. All right, here is Bryant to Hernandez. 2-4 for Hernandez, who's going to ground it to third. One away. And now the pinch hitter, Richie Hebner, the gravedigger. Richie Hebner will pinch hit. Bryant, 1-9 to the lefty is a strikeout. That's why Richie Hebner did not start the game. Doesn't hit lefties as well. That's why he's not starting. Here's Dave Cash. Of course, nobody's hitting well in this game against Bryant. 4-6 right-handed is a fly to center. And Ron Bryant has tossed 8 shutout frames, holding the Pirates to 2 measly singles. That's it. And we go to the 9th. It is 6-0. And the Pirates will have to bring on another pitcher. They'll find some schlub just to use up and save the rest of their good guys. So let's see who they might want to be using. Who has one of their worst ERAs of all the bullpen guys. And it's going to be right-hander John Moreland. 2-2 with a 3.95 ERA. So John Moreland will come on and pitch. He's the 4th pitcher used by the Bill Verdon and the Pirates. And he'll be facing McCovey, Matthews, and Goodson. 2 out of 3 are left-handed. If it was a close game, we'd bring in Ramon Hernandez, but we're not going to waste him. Going to keep him fresh for Game 5. So Moreland facing McCovey. 2-6 to the right-handed McCovey. And, oh, look at this. Willie McCovey says, thank you very much. 2-6, solid home run against the right-handed pitcher. There is no need for a D20 or whatever. It's a solid home run. And look at this. McCovey's going to miss a cycle by a single. He's got the double, the triple, and the home run, but he did not get the single. Unbelievable. He did not get a single. That's the second game in a row, Sal Bando in the previous game, that came one away from the cycle, but the one that was missing was the easiest piece, which was the single. So one of these days I'm going to get a cycle. I just don't know when it's going to be, but one of these days I'll get one. But McCovey just makes it 7-0 Giants and welcomes John Moreland to the game. And now that sends up. Let's see if I got to fix this focus a little bit maybe. All right, that's going to bring up Gary Matthews, the Sarge. 2-5, and that's a single for Gary Matthews. That'll bring up Goodson. Nobody's being held or going anywhere in a blowout like this. 111 for Goodson, ground ball pitcher B. That's a fielder's choice. It's going to go 1-6. Goodson, the new runner. Of course, not being held, not going anywhere. Here's Chris Spire. Moreland to Spire. 5-6 to the right-handed hitter. 1-10's a single. That's a 17. He's going to line it to short. And Jackie Hernandez makes the catch. 2 down for Dave Rader. It's ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So Moreland pitches 1 inning. Gives up a run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. Whoops. I sit there and put a 0 there for some strange reason after McCovey's home run. I don't know why I did that. Obviously, that was incorrect. So it is now 7-0. Giants in the lead. Pirates had the one error on Sanguillen's throwing error. Left on base for the Giants, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They left 9 on. So I'm filling in things I know are not going to change. The Giants can still make errors. Pirates can leave more guys on base. Giants can't get any more hits, though. So that's 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 14 hits for the Giants. They've pounded out 14 hits. The Pirates have a measly 2. Ron Bryant back out, trying to finish what he started. Going to be facing Oliver, Zisk, and Stargell. And even if he gets fatigued, they're going to let him finish what he started. 1-3 to the lefty is the ground ball first base C. That's going to be a 3-1 put out as McCovey flips to Bryant. 1 down. And here's Richie Zisk. 5-5, and that is a strikeout. There's a dot there, but he's not tired. He only gave up 2 things. He hasn't given up the 4 things he needed to do after surpassing his innings. So that's going to be a strikeout. So down to the final out, it's Wilbur Stargell. .210 to the lefty is a ballpark blast, but it's only 1-5. And that's a 3 though. So Stargell says, let's get some momentum going for the next ball game. And that is a home run to avoid the shutout as Stargell goes boom. Now Bryant is tired, but they will let him finish out. They don't want to waste an arm this late in the game. Sanguillen, your batter, 2-7. It's ground ball to short, and the ball game's over. So the Pirates get a run, and that's it. They end up with a total of 3 hits. They left on not many. 1, 2, 4. I got them for 4 left on base. So there is your final line score, or for game number 4. So we will have a game 5. It will be probably on Tuesday, and it will be Tom Bradley for the Giants against Doc Ellis for the Pirates. Juan Marichal will be available in the bullpen for some relief if need be. So there will be a game 5, and the Oakland A's will just have to wait and see who they're going to play later on. They get an extra day of rest to rest up all their starters and their bullpen guys. So Ken Holtzman, the starter in game 1, will be well rested, as well will be Raleigh Fingers. And they'll be waiting, as game 1 will be in Oakland. It's just a matter of it's going to be a Bay series or it's going to be a Pirate Oakland series. We'll have to wait and see. It could be a 1989-like San Francisco Bay series. You never know. 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors, and 9 left on for the Giants. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on for the Pirates. Winning pitcher Ron Bryant, loser Nelson Briles. Player of the game, kind of have to give it to Ron Bryant. He pitched a complete game, hold the Pirates line up to 1 run, although McCovey double, triple, home run, and 2 walks. That's hard to get away from that as well. So maybe co-MVPs with McCovey and Ron Bryant. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday. If you follow college football, I hope your teams won. If you follow NFL, I hope your team wins today. And like I said, probably will be Tuesday we'll do game 5. It might be live, might be recorded. I haven't decided how I want to do it just yet. I'm going to try to do it live because anything that's an elimination game, I like to do it as live rather than recorded when it's an elimination game. Now, something like game of the World Series, game 1 or 2 of the World Series, I could record that, no biggie. But when there's a chance for a series to finish, I like to do that live. That's kind of more my preference there. Brian B., I didn't know you did a 73 inside pitch. Well, Pittsburgh, Oakland, they got a chance, obviously. But, of course, the Giants may have something to say about it. Let's look at the starting pitchers that are going to be going for both teams in Game 5. As it will be, for the Giants, it will be Tom Bradley. He was 13-12 with a 3.90 ERA. And for the Pirates, it will be the aforementioned Doc Ellis. And they do have Bob Moose in the bullpen if they need to. Reason I'm going with Ellis is he has no relief rating, whereas Bob Moose has a relief rating. So if we need to use, if we started Moose and he got in trouble, we couldn't use Ellis. But if we started with Ellis and he gets in trouble, we can use Moose. So that's the rationale behind that. So those are your starting pitcher matchups in game number 5. Like I said, never know what's going to happen, but Oakland is waiting in the wings for whoever it is. And they say they don't care. They interviewed Oakland. Reggie Jackson said, I don't care who I play, I just want to play. So that's the way it is from here. Game 5 coming up from Pittsburgh. Series tied at 2. Oakland awaits the winner. And then we go on to the World Series. All right, Tabby is doing fine. She's downstairs. It's warmed up a little bit this morning, late morning, early afternoon almost. And so open up the windows, and I can't compete with fresh air and sunshine. So she decided to stay down there and soak in all of that, and left me up here by myself. So what are you going to do? All right. We'll see what Reggie does in the World Series against either one of these two teams. We shall see. All right, so until next time, don't forget again to check out Robert's game 1 of the World Series in his replay, 1969. That's going to be tonight. So check that out. Marshall against Palmer, excellent pitching matchup. And don't forget to vote for his next season. The voting is open, so he's got 4 seasons to choose from. And you can vote for one of those and get your vote in, make your vote count, and then watch his show at the end of the World Series, and while he does tabulates the votes and does the dice rolling and all that thing, and figure out who the next season is going to be starting in January on Inside Pitch. But that's good over from here in Strat-O-Matic. Super advanced as the Giants even the series at 2 games apiece. Game 5 in Pittsburgh will probably be on Tuesday. So hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. And Tabby says hello, even though she's not up here. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And we'll see you all down the road.